Morning, everybody. I'm here at a local a local U-Pick produce farm this morning, and today I'm picking mustard greens. I follow them on Facebook, and we got a notice that the mustard green patch would be open. Mustard and turnips and collards, and they even have a few tomatoes, but I won't be picking tomatoes today. They're still mostly green. There are a few pink and a few orange, but not a lot of them are ripe yet. And I don't think I need any. I put up enough during the summer, and my parents are going to give me what they didn't eat from. They still have lots of tomatoes in their pantry. They said they just don't eat them as much as they used to, so they're going to give me some of those. So I just don't think I'll be picking tomatoes. But I wanted to show you guys how we get mustard. We're picking from our local U-Pick produce farm this year because of the garden beds, the raised beds that I have. I haven't been able to work on building up the soil in them, building the soil back up. So we spent yesterday getting some free mulch. We're going to put that on the beds, get them ready for winter, and hopefully over the course of between now and the next planting season for mustard, the beds will be built back up and I can plant my own again. I did do it one year, but I haven't been able to the last couple of years. That, and I still had mustard in the freezer, so didn't feel the need to have to go pick any or try to grow my own. But this year I'm out of mustard, so I wanted to come and get some, and I was going to show you guys how we went about getting them and preserving them. So here we go. All right. They have a sign. They have a sign as you enter that they ask you to please only pick the tops. And to leave the roots. And you want to do that even with your own. You don't want to pull the plant up before the season is over, because with greens, the tops always grow back. So as long as you leave the root in the ground, you'll always be able to pick off of them as long as the season lasts. And just break the leaves off. This size is my favorite to get because they're still young, still tender. And thankfully, a lot of these are still small leaves. But you can also still pick ones that are this big. You just have to, try to do this one-handed. You just have to pull the stem out like that, because the stem is tough. And really, ideally, I like to plant the greens where the first or second harvest falls after the first frost, because in my opinion, mustard, because I'm not a big fan of turnips, I don't really like the turnip greens, but mustard and collards, to me, in my opinion, are better after they've been hit with a frost. They're not as bitter tasting. But when you're having to rely on someone else for your food, you go when it's available. Okay, so it's not going to take me that long. It's not going to take me much longer to finish picking what our family will need. So I'm going to finish here and meet you back in my kitchen. Alright, these... Alright. Okay, we've made it home. These have been soaking about the last 30 minutes or so in a saltwater solution to get rid of any bugs or eggs that have been laid on them. And I don't know if you can see that. Those white specks are bugs that have come off of it. And if you noticed in the earlier part of the video, it looked like some had been nibbled on. And that was the bugs that were on them, eating them. So you definitely want to give your greens a wash before you go to start putting them up. And then once they've soaked in the salt water, you're just going to check them. These with the bigger stems you'll pull off, like I showed earlier. Pull off the leaves. Leaving just the stem, and then this will be compost. As you can see, these have been cooking for probably 5 or 7 minutes, and they've already wilted down quite a bit. And they will keep wilting down. And okay, I am so glad that I decided to pour the first water off and cook these in 2 waters, because when I was draining the water off of these for the first time, the steam coming off of them was so strong it was burning my eyes. So I know they needed to have been cooked in 2 waters. And like I said, they wilted down enough that I could put them all in one tall stock pot. And these I did put enough water in to cover them because they'll still wilt down some more. And it needs enough liquid in the Ziploc bags to keep them from being freezer burnt. And now I'll just heat this water until it's boiling. Let it boil for 5 minutes and turn it off. And then let it cool down before I start bagging them up. Alright, so finished putting the greens in Ziploc bags. And they're in the freezer now. And I got 10 quarts out of 2 5-gallon buckets that I picked today. So those are good to go. Can't wait to have that first pot there. Oh, the house smells so good. Maybe I'll do a video on how I cook them.